Now we're recording. It's like, it cannot access the stream key.
Check, check. Hello.
Check, check.
We are here.
We're live.
Hit the green guy.
We're live? How are my levels?
Season 2. Mother.
We're back in here.
Mother.
New studio.
No curse in the first 30 seconds.
Mm-mm.
Because we on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Video.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Video. Yeah.
Can't cuss in the first 30 seconds.
First 30 seconds so we don't get demonetized.
Yep. Money.
Tell me when that 30 seconds is up.
Ooh.
Because I got something
Baby.
to say to YouTube.
I'm afraid to move too much to get out of these
You
angles.
can't do it.
No, you can move. Well, I mean, how much more do you need to move?
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
we're
mean,
clearly testing shiz out.
Yeah,
mhm.
welcome
Welcome
to the
back. Welcome. We are. Yep, the purple one. Bottom.
oh. Oh. Look at that.
We back. Season 2.
Yep. Switching seats.
We're switching seats. We don't even know if this is the final setup.
Yeah,
We
who
don't-
knows?
Might not be.
I might be there next time.
Hey, if
Or
you
over there.
if you
next
look
time.
if you look top left, it looks like Mike is zoomed in. But nope, if
Yeah.
you look on the bottom, he's here with us. He's
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, Mike is not overseas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He is sitting right next to us.
He's right next to us.
And I'm actually not that red.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We're
Mike
figuring-
downed a fifth of whiskey right before he walked
Yeah.
in.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not this ghostly pale, but
Yeah, take your shots. Maybe you could turn the brightness down. You're guy over here.
don't even get me started.
We're not even gonna try this.
Figure it
So
out.
thank you all for hanging out and waiting. We appreciate it. We were trying to get things all set up and figured out.
And,
Clearly-
yeah,
A lot.
still
Still
trying to get
figuring
stuff
stuff.
figured
It
out.
is a process for sure.
We are clearly out of our minds not getting it, but
Mhm.
Well, that's like anything, you know. You just got to get your product out there and then figure it out as you go.
exactly. You're going
Yeah.
to see the process of us, you know.
That's what my boss that I work for always talked about. You know, don't sit there and try to tinker with everything, and you never even get your shit out. You know,
Mhm.
MVP, minimal viable product, and
There
then
you
work on it
go.
from
Yeah.
there. You know, get out your MVP, guys.
Get your MVPs out. We are here.
And here's ours right now.
We're doing it.
Wait till next week.
Next week is going to be spectacular.
Yeah, we have a makeup person coming in.
Dancers,
Yeah.
fireworks,
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of
Answers,
shit.
fireworks. Yeah, we're
All
gonna
male-
have to really figure out how to use the space in here.
Yeah.
You're right.
Get real creative. We're gonna start
So,
putting people up on the ceiling.
we have so much room. We're going to have a ceiling cam. We're going to have a dog cam.
It's gonna be that meme, or that picture of like a LAN party from back in the day. You know what I'm talking about, the gaming LAN parties people would have,
Or
where
it's
it's like
duct tape
the
on.
dudes duct taped to
Yeah.
the ceiling because they need more space for someone. That's literally what it's gonna be. It's like, high fives is actually up on the ceiling.
What's up, you guys? I'm just hanging out. Literally.
Y'all like
Hey, if it works, yeah.
You got
It
to do what
should.
you
it should.
got
They
to
were
do what you
probably
gotta
just
do.
like, fuck it. We're playing this game. Get that roll of duct tape.
We're getting it
doing
going.
this.
Yeah. Let's go, Mom.
Yeah.
The duct tape. So
Meat, ma,
bu-
meatloaf.
busy week in Indy this
Yeah.
past week.
Oh, yeah.
This past week, we've been gone for a month, and
Yeah, let's catch up. What
maybe a
happened over the
little
month?
bit, probably a little bit more than a month. I would say we probably
Yeah. I mean,
it's like a week.
we kind of stopped after Lost Lands there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
That
Road to
was-
Lost Lands was the last pod that we put out.
that was the last boy.
But I mean, hey.
Oh, the locals only was the last one.
Yep, the locals only.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
With all
Never
them,
mind.
all them hitter
I
tracks.
stand corrected.
We will get those back going eventually.
Yeah, this was our next milestone to get this figured out.
Yeah,
And
trying to get the ball rolling with the video. We're trying to get that YouTube clout.
YouTube.
Uh,
I want to be a tuber.
I'm trying to tube.
now we got to figure out what to do with our hands.
Yeah.
We-
hair
we
ties.
have one
guys.
more
hair
available
ties. That's
now.
honestly the only reason I have long hair, is so I have something to fidget with.
He just twirls his hair.
Hair ties.
He just twirls it. But yeah, this past I would say October.
Dude, I kind of just chilled out a lot. I kind of use that that month-long period is kind of reset, retool, not just the podcast, but a lot of things with just everything, business, social, life, whatever.
Yeah.
My level's okay, guys. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a more
better?
it's a more directional mic. You gotta
Uh,
have the tip aimed
basically
at you.
in my mouth.
Well,
pretty
you
much.
know, we skipped basically the whole month of October.
Yeah.
And the whole time on this shit, I've been talking about haunted houses. And guess who fucking bitched out? Are we
Who?
30 seconds in?
Who?
We're 30 seconds in,
I
right?
think we're
Yeah,
over
we're-
30 seconds
I think
in.
we're
I
about
think we
30.
met that marker. If not, we're fucked.
It wasn't me that bitched out.
Did you make it to a haunted house?
No.
Oh, looks like you bitched out too, buddy.
I wasn't.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna make Maddie go. So the
Oh.
last one we
You're in
could
this
go
guy?
to was, she's like, all right, I don't want them to touch me, and I don't want it to be complete darkness. I'm like, well,
Every haunted house.
yeah. So
I need it to be light outside. I'm thinking, right after lunch.
yeah, they got a great one at the Children's Museum.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Lights on. But so it was at Nightmare on Edgewood, and the only source of light you had was a glow stick
Oh,
Hell no.
to go through. And I
bringing
was
it up.
like, I can't do that. Like, no one was going to go with us. I'm like, I'm not going to make her go.
dude, you
to this
should have.
with
You
me.
should be like, all right, yeah, I've met your criteria. This is the one. Like I've searched and scoured. And literally, this one's only 45 minutes. It's the only one in the country that meets everything that you need.
It's
to
only
go
45
to.
minutes
It's
long
literally,
inside the
it's
haunted
right
house.
here.
Inside the haunted house, 45 minutes.
But strange enough, since we took October off, December has a haunted house.
Oh, so we didn't bitch out. We
Why?
just haven't got there yet.
Wait, yeah, Seth. Why? Because they knew.
Chris Kringle.
Yeah. Krampus.
Krampus.
Oh,
there it
Krampus.
is. Yeah,
Krampus?
Krampus.
Yeah, it's
Krampus.
Krampus.
Krampus is Krampus's dancing brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Just out here.
Crumping.
However you fucking crump these
You
days.
just look mean, I think.
Yeah.
Just like,
It's hard to podcast and crump at the same time.
well, now that we got video, we could show at least a little bit.
I'm definitely going to watch some videos on Crump.
We're going to come back and
Crumpusing.
we're going to
I'm
crump.
like gonna watch some videos on Krampus.
So I definitely,
Oh, hold on. Krampus.
Krampus. Well,
there's
okay,
still
it's at
something going on with-
Necropolis. They're having a haunted house in December,
Okay.
is what I've seen. They had one in July. I don't know what it was like, but
They had a haunted house in July?
yeah.
so is it like do they go like, it's like a 4th of July hauntedness and is it going to be like a Christmas kind of hauntedness?
Yeah, you got like
Skeletons
George
laying on lawn
Washington like
chairs.
coming out here with like an axe,
Right.
with his like creepy like wooden teeth.
Just looking
All
all
out of cherry trees.
Yeah.
I thought it was apple trees.
No, it was a cherry tree. I'm
It's
pretty
cherry trees, yeah. It probably was.
So fucking stupid.
It probably was.
So stupid.
Sure. But
Okay. Where are they gonna be at?
Necropolis.
Where are we,
Where's I know that's not, what's
It's,
Necropolis?
it's,
where are we not going?
Yeah, yeah. What are these plans Mike's trying to make for us that we're not gonna do?
Yeah, that
'Cause I'm
is
pussy.
very true. I'm sure. It's the paintball place, Dark Armies. I don't know the actual
Oh, okay.
location of it. It's around here.
Okay.
You know,
Well, I didn't know if Necropolis was a place or an organization.
both.
I see. See how that could be confusing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So now I know where I'm not going.
now that we have YouTube set up and you have a camera on the GoPro,
Yes, GoPro.
I think we got to mount the GoPro.
You guys remember those like
Damn, for the haunted house.
those
Yeah.
videos or the
Oh.
ones where they'd have people go into those haunted locations and it had the camera like right in front of them and you saw
Right.
their face the whole
Uh-huh.
time.
The first person. No,
Yeah.
that's not.
I just want one on Seth. Just one on Seth.
No, I don't. It's gonna be me like
Yeah. Like, he's tweaking over here.
like a-
Watch out.
with
for
like an
him.
arm. It's gonna be like Matt's arm or
Yeah.
Mike's arm, right here.
Did you guys ever see those Ellen DeGeneres used to do? It?
Yes.
She would send her producers.
That's what I was thinking.
She had a producer who's just deathly scared of haunted houses.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I'm
and,
him.
And so every year she made it a thing where she would send him to like the scariest haunted house in LA or wherever they're
Right.
shooting or filming from.
With like some other famous
Man.
actor. Those are funny.
Dude's reactions were perfect.
That's awesome.
They were.
Time.
But that, you know, from what's all come out about Ellen, that seems just like right up her alley.
Right, just
Yeah.
torturing her fucking
Exactly.
people.
People jumping
He's
out of
scared
boxes.
shit? Let's put him in here.
Yeah. Oh, what's your worst nightmare? Cool. Let's do it. Let's film it.
I guess I could be kind of like the Ellen DeGeneres of the Dirty Hurts podcast, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you were totally
Yeah,
that.
totally. Yeah, I could see that. But sick.
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, fuck December. Let's go back to October.
Mhm.
where
That's like I'm
No.
trying to.
we're going back. We're going back into the past. We did the Slow wasn't there, but we did the Moonlight Madness,
I wasn't there.
which he did not support his boys.
Dude, there's only so much support to be given these days.
I'll remember that.
I went and supported some boys.
That's my good side.
It wasn't the boys.
Yeah, no, I went
We
over to
them
the
boys.
brewery. I went over to the brewery, saw Illy.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did support. That's right. You did support one of the
Yeah.
members. Okay,
So that's out here being a fucking
I'll take it back.
support hog.
All right,
Mhm.
dude. I want all the support.
Yeah.
I know, I was like literally going to a show with him the next night, driving him there.
Yeah.
That he was playing and
Like,
I was
bro.
playing.
You're not supporting me.
Well, the last time we did
To keep it real with you.
last time we did that mini infant tour, you and Maddie had the 2 shows, or you had the
Wait.
2 shows, and then I came for the 1. So you should have came for my 2 shows, and you would have been on the 1. It was a trade off that you just missed out on.
Dude, that's a lot of math. I didn't get the whole
How do you even
trade.
keep that in your
Yeah.
head?
Jeez.
Hey, he said, she said.
You have an app to track that shit?
Yep.
Yep.
Fourth cast of the Dirty Hurts.
Google
crew
Google Calendar.
since
No,
Duncan.
Moonlight Madness was dope. I wore one of those. What do you call those bags? Burlap.
Sack?
I put a
sack.
burlap on my head.
It looked pretty sick.
It was fun. I will say that.
You looked like that dude from Batman.
I was the
That's
dude.
right, Scarecrow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was the
kept
dude
thinking
from
that.
Fear Street.
No, you weren't. You were the dude from Batman. No one can see that. Still no one. I can't even see it.
Yeah, I was trying to look.
Just
but
so I don't have to do
Let's
it.
cut
Kinda
that
saw
out.
it.
Just so I
we'll
don't have
cut that out.
Maybe I could edit it in later. It's a pretty
Yeah.
fucking sick photo. I will tell you that much. Whoever,
yeah.
whoever the fuck took it, thank
Go
you.
on, Dunky. Go have some fun.
But that was dope. Everyone killed it. It was super fun. I was worried that like all the rain was gonna like rain out the second stage, but it worked out pretty nice underneath the mousetrap canopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put it in there with like a little bit of tarp on the side, so it's kind of like this little like, excuse me, like man cave area. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did want to go. I wanted to go check it out, but I don't know. I'm a man that when I commit to something, you know, with somebody,
It's true.
said I was going to go see him play. He hadn't played in forever.
It's
You know,
true.
like
Who was it?
Illy, our buddy Cody.
Oh, Illy's playing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I gotta stay true to my word.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And then, excuse me, Bump in the Night was dope. We
Yeah.
definitely should have probably done a little bit more promotion.
There's not a bunch of people there.
There was the good handful of people that were getting down, but I think there could have been more.
Yeah,
It was. I mean, it's a tough week to compete in, especially out there. You know, we're away from all the people that would be doing anything.
oh, totally,
Right.
dude. And there's
And-
so many shows going on, so many events.
Right.
And
That's
Halloween.
sad. We're going against Hero Bus.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
well, who dropped it? Someone was supposed to play that dropped out of that show.
Oh,
the main
Ash and
guy.
Bomber or something, right?
No,
Zed.
No, I thought it was like.
Ash and Bomber played.
Did they?
That's what MTV opened for them. Remember?
Oh yeah.
it was Hero Bust, and
He was not even the headliner.
Yeah.
Then we remember that.
Oh well.
oh well,
Knock that one up.
I was somewhere else. I was in Center Point. Did I get that right?
Yeah, finally.
Finally,
Center
Man,
Point.
Cedar
see,
Point.
lights are on. You finally got it right.
Caesar Salad
I know you-
Point.
Dude, whenever you were telling me about the show, it was like we were chilling, just fucking wrapping up the pod, and it's like, yeah, me and Mike were going to Cedar Point.
No. He said that, but he said, "Yeah, but I'm going to Cedar Point Saturday." I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Wait, you're dipping on the show. Like,
And I'm over here hurt. So I'm like, wait, you guys are going to? I thought you guys are going to Cedar Point together, and I'm like, well, all right, guys, yeah, I hate fun in amusement parks. Like it's the top 3 things I hate to do.
Yeah, we were gonna.
But no, Seth just doesn't know fucking words. So
To be honest, I think I'm dyslexic.
I mean, that's not really dyslexia. That's literally just not knowing the word.
No,
Yeah,
dyslexia. You like move word letters around, right?
I think I called it Middletown a few times, something like that.
Oh fuck.
So I get it.
Yeah, you do, dude. So yeah, that Peekaboo show that was here last week though.
I didn't
Last
go
week.
to the show. How was the show?
The show was pretty sick. Honestly, I didn't even catch much of Peekaboo though.
His set
Yeah.
was dope. I will say, I feel like the sound last time he was here sounded better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they did with his sound, but it was like, it almost sounded like you were listening to it in an auditorium on video, but you were live. Like they did something with the audio. Like it was just like I don't know if they didn't have a speaker on or it almost sounded like you were just listening to like the stage monitors. Yeah,
That's weird.
it was very weird. And I was like, man, okay, maybe at least like Buku's set sounded a little bit more clearer, like whatever he was playing. But
You sound like there's some technical difficulty.
yeah, something because like my sounded weird, and I feel like his with like his music, it really needs to be like you need to hear it. Like
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
needs to be heard, and it's like it just almost sounded. I don't know. It could have been maybe I don't know. It just sounded very weird. I will say that.
I want to be surprised for that place. I feel like there's always some interesting audio aspects
Right.
with that place. I don't know.
Sounds
The
like-
acoustics in that room aren't the greatest.
Yeah, they had full production though, didn't they? They had a LED wall and stuff.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, they weren't
Okay,
playing
yeah.
around.
Nice.
So did Peekaboo bring all that?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Live Nation or Old National Center doesn't have that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think they're looking at getting it, but
So like, did Peekaboo bring the speakers and shit too?
no,
Oh, okay.
I doubt it.
I was gonna say maybe if he brought his own shit as well with like that, maybe that could have been why, and it wasn't tuned.
Hmm.
But you would think they would tune. Obviously, they do sound checks, so I don't understand.
Maybe something just went.
They just-
Something blew during the show or
sound
something,
guy just didn't
and
care.
no one caught it. I don't know. Or
I'm not
maybe-
blaming sound guy.
Or maybe you're just that in tune with the speakers where you catching shit no one else is.
I am an audio engineer, so I did go to school for that.
Yeah, but no, so them coming back was dope as fuck. To the mouse
To the trap? Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I did catch the last like 10 of that,
and then
You only caught the last 10 of that?
maybe 20.
Oh, dude, those.
I know.
So when we say them, for those at home who don't know, it was Space Wizard, Mize, and Buku all
Mhm.
came back to the trap and just laid it out and all did a B to B to B
Yep.
the whole time and just crushed it for what, a good hour?
yeah, about an
they-
hour.
Hour and some change.
Hour and 15 or so.
Yeah,
And yeah, those dudes were hype up there. Like they were having a grand old time.
dude, it was sick. Yeah, I was definitely pumped about that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What happened afterwards,
Well,
guys?
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
beforehand, like so, like right when they ended, I like go back to the green room, and all 3 of them were literally just like, "Fuck yeah!" Like the mousetrap. This is so dope. Like
Yes.
they're like, they weren't really feeling their time at Old National.
Yeah,
Like they're like kind of like the crowd like wasn't as into it as like like
Mm.
I think there was just multiple. And they're just like questioning indie in general, and then I was
Yeah.
like, guys, just wait. Like on the drive over, I was like, wait, Mousetrap's cool. Like I
Better.
think
Buku
Buku's
knows-
been there
yeah,
a couple
Buku knows
times.
the mousetrap.
Yeah, and he like I think that's one of the things with those guys. Like they travel and they go to so many spots where they like think they have an idea of a spot.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like I think this is what I remember because he was like drawing some parallels.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Is it like like at first he said a Beatles? He's like, is it like a Beatles bar? It's like, no, it's a Grateful Dead bar. He's like, that's it, Grateful Dead. But dude, whenever they were,
Beatles bar called the Mousetrap.
whenever they were just done with playing at the Trap and they went backstage real quick into the green room, they were hyped as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I think without them going back to the Mousetrap, they would have just been like, let's just call it a night,
Hotel,
whatever,
yeah.
Indies off the tour.
Yeah. Let's just but going to the Mousetrap, they were like, this is the shit. Because, dude, the place was pretty, not even like super packed out, but just
It was pretty packed when
like
I pulled up.
it wasn't crazy though. Like,
Right.
like you could get around if you needed to.
Oh,
it
of
wasn't
course.
like if a fucking Jansen in there, or like Level Up show when it was just, shoulder to shoulder packed out.
Yep.
So it was just a lot more enjoyable, I think, for everyone. And that
I will say the Mousetrap did sound better. As soon as I walked in, it was just like, oh, this is what it should sound like.
Yeah.
So like maybe even the sound threw them off at Old National. Then they got even more hype at the Mousetrap because you could actually like hear the music.
Close the door.
Duncan, shut it.
Not that it'll stop too much, but something maybe.
It'll help. But yeah, they were hype after the set.
They were hype as fuck, yeah.
And then
they literally went backstage and they're just like, "What's going on? Is there, is there an after party or anything going on?" I was like, let me see." So I just like walked out back real quick and I was like, "Well, what's going on?" He's like, "I mean, we can go back to my house real quick if we want to." I was like, "Sure, but let's try to keep it low key, like don't fucking tell
They're
the
like,
person
"Don't
they
tell
show up.
Slow
don't
Boy."
tell any. Yeah.
Don't tell Slow Boy,
Specifically,
for
don't tell
sure.
Slow Boy. Specifically, Slow Boy. And if he finds out, please, someone just like be
Move
outside.
locations.
Be outside. Just let him know, like,
Be
it's
ready.
actually canceled tonight.
Yep.
Just keep a lookout for Slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, they wanted to go to some afters, so I took them back to my house real quick. Came back here, chilled for a second while Will got whatever organized at his crib, and then took him over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When it was funny. They were
Hell
getting
yeah.
they were getting in the car, and they're like, "So like this house you're about to take us to, like, is it like cool? Is it like nice or cool?" Like I'm like, "I'm not taking you guys to some crack house, like,
Right.
like just believe that." And like, okay. And then they get there and they're like, "Oh, this is sick." And then all three of them walked down to the basement and saw, Will's fucking
2000s.
the 3000s.
Yeah.
3000s?
Yeah,
Oh,
those are
I'm an idiot.
3000s.
Okay.
Um,
Buku was free.
Dude, literally,
He was
yeah.
just like, why? Like,
yeah.
who does this?
Yeah.
He's like, are these yours? Because I was just like trying to get ready and set up. I just wanted to mix. I haven't done it in a while. And I was just like, no, these are his. And he's like, but why? Will? And Kimbo just goes, because I can. And you're just like,
Yes, I can.
all right. And then fucking,
Will just straight up put his dick on the table. Why? Because I can.
this is why. Zip.
That's
That was cool. And then, yeah, Space was just like, can I hop on? I was like, of course. And then Buku was like, can I play some weird shit? And I was like, of course. And it was definitely some weird house that I've never. It was just like tambourines, not tambourines. It was like toms and like a weird kick. I don't know. It was definitely some weird house that.
I'm gonna have to go silence these dogs.
Yeah, go handle them boys. What are they doing? Freaking amateurs, dude. But I will say, sorry for not hitting you up.
Yes. Thank you.
For
Apology.
first-
Kind of accept. No, it's accepted.
I honestly didn't even know they were gonna show up.
Yeah.
I was literally like working on shit and like, yeah, they might show up. And that's usually the talk of the town every time when there's a DJ there. It's like, they might show up, and not every time they do, but like Adidas has showed up. Shanghai obviously is always gonna show up.
No, that's how that shit goes. I mean,
Right.
it's like, especially when you're trying to take people around and everything, it becomes like a whirlwind of a night, and
Right.
people's minds change so quick on stuff. Like, I remember we had Phase One and Jaquie, and they were gonna do this after party, and these guys went and set this whole thing up for him, and they were like,
Oh yeah.
I knew nothing about it.
Telling me about.
And they're like messaging me like, "Yo, are you bringing him over here?" I'm like, I didn't know there's an after." Or like, we're
Like,
with
I'm not
them.
their keeper
Yeah.
to really like. They wanted me to be. I'll
Yeah.
help them out, but
And so we're like back at the hotel, and they're like, you know what? I think we're good for the night. you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
They're like, what? We set all this stuff up. Like, man, it's like,
Sorry.
It's just
Yeah.
like word of advice for people who are trying to set up an after party. The DJ, just assume that the DJ's not going to show up. Because it's like they just got to trust 100 random people to just be
Yeah.
like, hey, we're cool. We're not going to like hurt you, I guess. I don't know. It's like it's kind of scary. It's kind of sketchy just to be like, yeah, we trust these people to
Yeah.
bring us to just some random house. Like,
That's what helped
Seriously.
because, like, I think what helped was me getting to know them a little bit
Yeah.
because I didn't miss the whole Peekaboo
Yeah.
show and like Buku because I ended up seeing Mike, who's Space Wizard, and Ian
Uh-huh.
Mize like in the crowd,
oh, okay.
you know, and then I grabbed him, was like, hey, I've been talking to you.
The original photo I sent you helped, right?
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'm Matt. I'm the one who's gonna be driving you guys to the Mousetrap after this. They're like, ah, cool. And they're like, you want to hang out? It's like, sure. So then from that point on, I was just kicking it with them backstage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then kind of like, I sat there quietly for like 10 minutes, and then I was just like, all right, I can pick my lane on like how to talk to these guys. Like they're just again normal fucking fucking dudes. Like Mize, I'm just talking to him about video games and New World and Forza.
he's a Forza guy.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
they're him and Peekaboo way into cars, big car guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, talking about Porsches and a bunch of shit that's way over my head.
Yeah, I'm a dirt guy. Dirt rally.
Old Dirt McGirt.
I like that rally.
Yeah, I think it's just all in like the vibe they're feeling at that time. Like, how's
Mhm.
that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
feeling it out. I'm sure they've had a million good and bad experiences.
Right.
So it's just all in kind of that.
Oh,
Learning.
definitely. I mean, they have bad experiences just going to clubs they're actually booked at,
Yeah.
go to, and paid for.
Right.
You know what? Then
That's-
you go with some person and it's like, hey, I got a buddy's house we can go to.
Yeah.
And end up, and it's
Like,
like,
where are you gonna take me?
Right. It's like we got some CDJs and it's new marks instead of Pioneers.
sorry, the basement flooded, but we're still gonna hang out down there. Just got some boots to put on.
Yeah, we're actually gonna go to my baby mama's house real quick down
Yeah.
the street. It's her cousin's actually. So
Right.
Is that cool? Is that
Watch
cool?
him get in a fight. And she's throwing his clothes.
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Hey, keep it down. The baby's sleeping, but we're still, we're gonna party
Yeah.
downstairs.
Hey, I just put the babies down. Can you guys try to keep it down? But like, let's party.
Yeah. Keep mixing though. You're gonna
Yeah.
mix, right?
You
You brought
guys
your,
ever watch The Office?
you brought your USB, didn't you? No, it definitely was a cool night.
Yeah, they were there till like fucking 5 a.m.
Rub it in. Matt.
Oh, yeah, that's just for Mike.
It's all good. It's all good. I was shitty, but I'm not shitty anymore.
Dude, like looking
By-
back,
by the look of the cam-
I felt bad. I felt so bad, like when like you actually, because dude, like you said, there's just a whirlwind of shit going
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
And I figure it just, I don't know. That's one thing though with you working shows and like you
Mhm.
being like,
That too.
it's harder for you to just know like if something's going on afterwards.
Yeah.
Well,
Whereas
yeah,
other
we-
people are just like, they're just bystanders of conversations. Like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're like locked in, so you're not as privy to those just like quick conversations that are like,
Yep.
hey, what are you doing real quick? Okay, I'm doing this, So it's always, and a lot of times I feel like you have to stay there a lot later and some people
Oh,
dip
yeah.
out.
Almost like 2 hours.
So it's just like
We're about 30 minutes now.
Oh, really?
in my head. Well, I always dip out
Seems
earlier
like
than
2
everyone
hours.
else. I'm always out there like 2. I'm like, I'm out of this bitch.
Yeah. No, I have to stay till close. And
Yeah.
then, right there at the end of the show, we're still doing the projections, all that shit.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Noted for future, Mike. I got you. You will not miss another dope, the coolest mixing session I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Probably the
man.
best one that'll ever happen.
sure it was.
But yeah, like just one of those moments where you're gonna look back and think,
Well-
wow, that was crazy. We will.
Space Wizard is coming back
Is he?
Mm.
with Subtronics and Level Up.
Oh, when's that?
Oh, that's the February?
I think February, somewhere next year.
Yeah.
Bring Space and Subtronics back
Well,
to Wells.
Hit them up.
I went to Subtronics like 2 or 3 years ago in his February. I think he just like makes a February tour. Like he hits Indy every February.
February, probably.
And it was sick as fuck.
Oh yeah.
So it was my first like Subtronic show, and like true Subtronic show. I've seen
Yeah.
him at like a festival,
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
and I was
same.
like, I was there enjoying it, but with a bunch of friends who weren't into Subtronics. So like afterwards, they're kind of hating on it, and in my head, I'm like, was I enjoying it? Like, I thought
Right.
I was, but like
Yeah.
maybe I don't like this
Yeah.
music.
They
You know,
can-
like they were like getting to me.
right. They were convincing you
Yeah.
otherwise.
They're all like just making fun of anyone who's like, I'm like, I swear I was having a good time. Like, oh, am I one of these people they're hating on right now? Yeah. And then when I saw him here, I was like, nah, he's
No,
dope.
he's the shit.
Yeah, he's dope as fuck. It was a good time though. We'll be yeah, Mr. Wizard will be or Mr. Space Wizard,
Mr.
I like to
Space.
call him.
Intergalactic sorcerer,
Yeah,
right?
the
Intergalactic sorcerer.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll be down to kick it. And this time we'll kick Seth off the CDJs and put Slow Boy on.
No. Absolutely not. I take full advantage of back-to-backs with.
Dude, Seth's
Big
not
artist.
moving.
Nah,
Seth's
dude.
like, I'll stay on the very right side.
I take
Here's my corner.
I take deck 4. Everyone else can do what they got. Do what they want.
Do magnets fuck up USBs?
Wow.
No idea.
Let's fuck.
Only one way to find out.
Fucking some sabotage.
We're gonna fucking check your
Like, Seth,
pockets.
what did you do? You brought a bunk ass USB, bro. Get out of here.
No, dude, run your pockets next time you come to Kimbo's, dude. If you have a magnet, you're out. At least the magnet's out. You
Yeah.
can stay. Magnets can't.
This guy. Thinking he makes
I
the
got-
noise over here.
I've already made plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's
Don't
gonna duct
worry.
tape himself to the fucking ceiling for this mix off.
Is a preset of in Will's place.
What else we got going on?
We got champagne drip coming up next week.
Oh fudge, you are right.
That's with
I'm glad you brought that up.
you're on that, aren't you?
That's with the homie
And
Jay,
Indigo, right?
Yep, Indigo Child and Vale at the Irving Theater.
Who's Vale? Is that a side project from someone, or is that just
No, it's a chick.
chick?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
chick DJ. It's pretty sick.
I could swear that was someone's side project. I'm thinking of Void.
Void, you're thinking of, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's totally it. Void, someone's side project. I forget whose though.
Oh, it's
That's her.
I don't know.
You guys should be on your shit. You don't know this stuff?
But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm super hyped for that. I've never been to the Irving Theater. Have you?
I think it's the first show of this sorts ever there,
Damn.
and we're bringing in that sound system from Fort Wayne.
Oh, okay. The
What I don't know what they go. What was the?
Ajna?
Yeah,
Ajna Sound. You know, the last show that they had was pretty fucking dank.
And that was
Yeah,
the one
it's
I
gonna be
was
sick.
at. The Miso Shanghai.
Yeah.
That one.
That one.
That was dope. Shanghai the boys.
Are you
Yeah.
a part of Ajna Sound, Seth? They like only bring it in on shows that you're a part of?
They only bring it to high five shows.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know.
Huh.
That's just the contract we have together.
That's very cool of them.
I appreciate having my own sound. That nice crisp sound.
they built these custom speakers.
Yeah,
just
just for high
for
fives.
one of our members.
For your
here.
boy.
Yeah.
That's what's
So one day he'll learn how to use these speakers.
Good for you.
Correctly.
Yeah. We got Champa coming though Saturday night.
Ooh.
That's gonna be cool with Wiley
Champa, yeah, dude. Champa is so sick.
and you and MTB
Yeah,
be
that-
back to back.
MTB are opening up the
That's
night.
cool. That's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be my
got-
first MTV Slow Boy set.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of people's. It's a rare occasion. So
Yeah.
the only second
It's
one.
the second one,
Mm-hmm.
man.
But
The only the second one they've put on in front of people. There's been plenty Slow Boy MTV back to backs. If you know what I mean.
Oh, there's been plenty of back to backs.
I hope at least Mike doesn't tell us.
Maddie taking the back. Whoa.
Oh,
Mike, stop getting red on
where's the
camera.
death womp?
I'm new to this board here.
yeah. It doesn't show.
He's sound guy. Yeah, we can't tell.
Just in general news though, general pop culture. What do you guys think of this whole Astro World catastrophe?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to get into that real quick.
So as you know, there was eight people died
So
total.
far, 8. I think 9 just popped up today.
And
which
9 is
is
someone that died.
sad.
Couple hundred hospitalized.
Over 300, I think.
Yeah.
It's like 300 hospitalized. Actually, the 9th person that I'm thinking about, she's not passed away. She's brain dead, which
Ooh.
is
Damn.
fucking even worse. It's just kind of like
I would say it's bad.
it's bad. Yeah, it's still. Any kind of injury at a show is never fun. Like, even if you're going to a hardcore show, and like I've been like putting comments on YouTube and stuff of people who have never been to, like, clearly the people who are making these videos are not obviously used to that kind of energy, which I get, but like there's hardcore shows, metalcore shows, whatever, where people go into the pit to pretty much damn near fight each other. But if someone falls to the ground, they pick them up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't like the person, someone's gonna pick you up.
Yeah, there's a camaraderie there.
Yeah, it's like almost like rule number 1. You just pick them up, and then when they're up, then you swing on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
Oh, you up? All right, cool. Let's
you're
go.
up, boom. Oh,
Yeah.
And then you get a foot to the fucking eyeball. But it's like, it's just that energy that I guess Travis brings is just bad energy.
Well, it's
And
not bad energy. It's a whole bunch of things mixed in that made it a shitty situation. It's
Yeah.
first off, like, you know, the location of the festival from just the little bit of research I've done, people
Yeah.
going into it were saying, like, why are they even having it there? That's one. Like,
yeah,
it shouldn't be there. The amount of they should have, you know, more space.
oversold.
You know, so oversold. There's also take into account people who, you know, this happens at every city festival. You see it. It happens at every festival in general, just people sneaking in.
Right.
But at city festivals, there's just so many more people there. And then at some point, a barrier comes down, people just stampede in, you know?
But he
Mhm.
encouraged that too in a tweet. Did you see
He didn't
that tweet?
necessarily, he said we bringing in the ones.
He said we're sneaking in the wild ones.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
for-
saying break the barrier down.
for a 16-year-old that can't afford a ticket. That means break the barrier down.
Yeah, but
sneak in.
It's just
They're
like
taking
you
it literal.
But you can't afford a ticket. You see the motherfuckers who stampeded in, they're all fucking
Gucci'd out.
just like headed to this, all dripping.
And
like
I can't afford a ticket after buying all that.
Yeah,
I don't have money
exactly.
for that Gucci.
But
Come on.
it's just, you know, definitely Travis Scott, are you to blame for sure? Like, there's definitely things you could have done, but
Yeah.
it's a failure across Live
Oh,
Nation's part,
Yes.
security's part, you
Yes.
know, harm reduction services.
Yes.
Legally, he won't be to blame, but I don't feel he'll be to blame.
I think so.
But there is nobody in that whole area that has more influence over that crowd than him up there with the microphone.
Yeah.
Right.
He could have stopped or changed anything. Hey guys, I want you all to stop for a second. Take a couple steps back here.
Yeah.
Let's give some people some
But
breathing
it's
room.
like, who's to say what he saw either?
And that's true. Like,
Because there's videos of me like staring blankly into the crowd, but like maybe he's not even registering what's
there
happening.
could be lights in
you
his
know?
eyes. Like, I'll give him that. Like,
Yeah.
when we're
Like,
on stage,
it's a whole thing,
there's
you
a-
know.
that stage was huge. And I watched the video, and that stage is gigantic. So there's probably lights in his face. Sure, yeah, he saw someone who was like, "Hey, whoa, hold it!" He stops the show for one person, but that person was probably like right there close to him. He's not going to see the people that are even 15 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, there's videos of people fucking dancing on top of like EMS
Right.
things coming through. So it's like people also need to look at themselves and realize you are also
The
the
crowd.
reason this happened.
A good portion of the crowd.
You know,
is definitely to blame.
people ignoring their instincts of when you're in a crowd and uncomfortable.
Right.
Instead of getting out of there before it's too late, people
Right.
just not trusting themselves or just trying to, just wither through. And you're like, no, dude, you're uncomfortable. Get the fuck out of there.
I do agree with that. Travis Scott didn't do that stuff to those people.
Yeah.
The people in there just acted ridiculous
Yeah.
and collectively did that.
Mm-hmm.
And enough of them didn't care.
Yeah.
And it just continued. And that's what's crazy. You get in those mindsets. They had a mob going,
And you can
Yeah.
understand it though too. Like, that's just what's so difficult because you've been in festivals before where you don't know what's going on 30 feet next to you.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
just like, you just hear the music. That's it. Like, you could be in a pocket where nothing's really
Mm-hmm.
even happening, but someone could be, 20 feet away from you seizing. Maybe you're
Right.
just, you're just
Never
that many
know.
people, and you're just, how are you supposed to know?
Right.
People screaming and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you barely hear it, or you think it's just,
Them hype for the show.
Yeah. I think it's way more on the festival organizers and the people putting it on, because there was even at one point, I forget, I think it was like 47 minutes it took the crew to get Travis Scott, like, to shut his performance down, to get word to say, hey, we need this to end, because there was like a mass casualty, something reported, and it took 47 minutes for that to be reported, and them to get the word to shut the performance down. And you're like, what was happening, and
Right.
who was responsible in that 47 minutes
Right.
from when the police
Yeah.
were saying this is a mass casualty event,
I
we need
s-
to shut it down? Like, I don't think the chain of command there should be that fucking high, that many
Right.
steps. You think it's a couple people?
There should be someone in his ear like, hey,
Yeah, shut it the fuck down.
you got to
Well,
tell these people
cut
to
the
chill
mic.
out. Because, like, real quick, I've been watching a ton of videos on this because it's, like, insane that this happens. Like, we go to shows and festivals so much that it's like that could happen to us easily.
Mm-hmm.
But our type of crowd isn't that, like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to say anything crazy, but I saw a video of this girl talking about how she was part of security, and pretty much they weren't given, like, they were just random people pretty much. She was like, I've never done this before. Like, I just got hooked up from my dad or something.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, I guess you stand here and you do this and do that. And
Yeah, there's no training.
there's no
there's
training.
nothing.
There was no, like, intel on what they need to do and how to react to things. And, like, she said she was in there for like 20 minutes or whatever. And then she was like, it looked like 1,000 kids were just coming at us. And
Yeah.
then the guy who was the head, like our boss, he was partying, smoking, drinking.
Uh-huh.
When that happened, he just, like, looked around, was just like, I don't know what to do. He, like, fell because he was, like, running somewhere, and, like, just was like, fuck it, and I'm not gonna even gonna try and
Yeah,
do
just
anything
dipped
about it.
off.
Yeah, there was just higher ups that didn't even know what they were doing. And then she said one thing that was weird, that was like, before the show started, they obviously got there before the show started so they could do their briefing or whatever, and they were like, okay, make sure you tell your family that you're good, because there's not going to be service here. So they put, like, they, like, turned service off for cell phones as soon as, like, the gates opened.
I would
She
be
was
surprised if they turned service off, or it's just you couldn't get it because of this.
Because
How
there's
many
probably
people
too
were
many
there.
people. They could have been that, honestly. The girl definitely seemed like she's never been to a festival
It
before.
was just like, hey, we're gonna have a surge of people. You're not gonna have phone reception. Tell your family
That's
going
probably
into
what they
it
said.
that it's
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
you're
I
good.
had
You'll
no
hear
cell
from them
phone
at this
service
time.
at Lost Lands.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. You could tell the girl it was her first time at a festival, because she's like, I saw these. She's like, I saw this group of kids. I'm sitting here, standing right next to a Houston PD, and these kids are just a group of kids are just had pulled a necklace out of their shirt and just fucking put it up their nose and just sniffing some things. And I look at this cop like, are you gonna do anything about this? And, like, if he's not going to do anything about it, why am I going to do anything about it? And
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, it's a music festival.
Yeah, you're really probably not going to.
Yeah, like, most of the time, no one does anything. Like, the cops are there just in case for, like, serious emergencies.
Yeah.
Because if so, then no one will go to a music festival, because then they can't do their party favors because the cops are just going to get them. Just like, that makes more sense. Everything's making sense to me now.
Yeah.
What she went
Just
through
Just
sucked.
had to talk through it, right?
Yeah, I had
Well,
to.
that's the thing. One of the people who died is a 10-year-old. Like, why the
Yeah.
fuck is there a 10-year-old at this
It
music
should
festival?
not have been an all ages thing.
You know?
I'm sorry.
It's like, just because something, like, no.
no.
Just no, have common
Yeah.
sense with
No.
that shit. It's like, it's 16 plus easy. Like,
Yeah.
that should be bare minimum. Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
bare
16,
minimum.
I would say, but even then, it should have been at least 18 plus. Like, no more. Like, the all ages shows isn't like.
But
That's
it
ridiculous.
goes back to, it's like, oh, how could we have seen this coming? Like, just look at back my experience with Elements. Like, people have been having issues with
Yeah.
festivals coming back. This is the
Yeah.
first Astro World since COVID,
Right.
And it's just event planning, like, took such a hit. The people who are doing this for years, they went out and found other jobs in other areas they needed to go and make a living in,
Mhm.
So you don't have that learned knowledge and that just shit that people know just intrinsically. That's like, if this happens, this is what we need to do. Or
Right.
this is someone's not training security because maybe Homeboys it just fucking doesn't work security anymore and
Right.
he's out doing his own shit.
Exactly.
It's just like people need to realize that the industry has to relearn a bunch of shit, and there's a bunch of knowledge and just experience that left, and it has to be regained. So it's like, take that as what you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of the people, you know, it is almost a new team of people and
Yeah.
doing it, and just the lack of prep they did for even handling any situation.
Yeah.
Just I think they had no stretchers, or like
Yeah.
nobody was really trained as medical staff. Some of the people they were rescuing, when they came back, like when they regained consciousness, I saw some stories about them saying they were like, yeah, I'm a nurse. Like, great. Can you help us?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I guess there was only like 70. Cause it was like another TikTok video where there was like an actual EMS who was there. He was like, it was literally 70 for 50, 60,000 people, but 70 of the best that they can get for Houston in that area. But it was just like one person would be down, and then it would be like a 2-team CPR. And then he was like, I got to go back and get that pump thing where they put it in your mouth and pump you up. And he was like, it takes at least 5 minutes to get out of the crowd. And he went, and as he was going back, he sees a person doing a single person CPR. He goes, where's your partner? He goes, my partner's helping someone else who needs CPR. He's like, all right, fuck. Well, I have to finish my first call, so I'm going to go help them, and I'm going to come back for you. And he was like, on the way there, I saw someone else that needed CPR.
Yeah.
And it's just like people were just dropping like flies. Yeah, it was just wild.
I don't know how valid this was, but I heard there was somebody running around like injecting
Syringing.
people with
Yeah.
drugs.
That's
Apparently the security guard got hit with one.
yeah.
Really?
Police said it. I looked. Who is it? Dance Safe.
Yeah.
They made a post about it, and what they said is they haven't found any further evidence of that happening outside of the police claims.
Okay.
And they're just wondering, like, we haven't seen anything more. Could it be just a scapegoat of, this happened, therefore there's
somebody
a bunch
in the
of
audience
things
that got
blew up,
everybody
and then,
all drugged out.
We weren't
and-
ill prepared. It was somebody in there trying to cause havoc.
But then
you
I also
know?
heard there was lace money of some sort. Like it was getting. How do you lace money? I guess you could soak it, but then it's like,
what's
what?
the point of that? Like, what are you
Isn't
trying
there
to do?
something like 80% of all money has drugs on it already?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like anything could be laced.
That's why you see me out here cleaning my bills all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hang dry it like laundry.
That's why you walk in and just fucking all the clothesline up.
Isn't that why
Can't-
people
Can't
launder
be getting
money?
lace.
Right.
Get
Yeah.
the drugs off.
Yeah,
them?
you just clean it in the dishwasher.
Exactly. That's all you do it. But like, yeah, just stay safe out there. I know.
Dude, trust. Yeah.
I would say I know our listeners are safe when they go to shows and
No,
stuff.
Yeah.
like that. Like,
not always. Like, I mean, not always. We could always be safe. We could always.
we could always
Yeah,
be safer.
definitely.
We could always do something a little safer. Like,
Oh, agree.
you know,
We're
there's
not.
a lot of times where like we're pros, but we're also just a lot of times playing the odds.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, but
Yeah,
in
maybe
those
we-
cases, like we at least have a lot more experience on our hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe those bags we bring to festivals, we need to start bringing like med bags in them.
Yeah.
For real, just a whole med kit. Like
You never
They
know.
probably wouldn't even
Well,
let us in with it.
That's
Though.
what someone, in another, article I was reading, they're like, if, going to a festival, something that should always be in your backpack is like a CPR, like, the CPR sleeve or whatever it is, like goes over someone's mouth. You give CPR to, like just little things like that, where if shit hits the fan, that one thing you throw in your bag might be a difference of 5 people's
Save-
lives or
right.
something,
Yeah.
where it's, you may never have to use it, and it might be, who knows, you could just be paranoid and try to chalk it up to, but it's like, hey, when shit hits the fan, you have to use it.
Right.
Yep.
It could be just one of those little things. But
Well,
who am I?
your tail, the streamer. I'm High Fives.
I'm Slow Boy.
Thank you and thank you for listening and watching our first video. See you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Oh,
I like that ender, dude.